Hey everyone, welcome back. This evening I am using a pre-production razor. You see that right here. And because I want to make sure I get this right, I have some stuff written down here. This is the Aylsworth Drakkant, and I probably butchered that. Both names, I apologize. A couple things about the razor. It was up for pre-sale, but I think those have all been sold out. Sorry. So the price on this is $170 for machined and $185 for a satin finish. This is neither one. More on that later. Some stats. This has a 0.73 millimeter blade gap with a 0.2 millimeter blade exposure. Is made out of 316 stainless steel and weighs a total of 96 grams. Now this version I have in my hand was made by an on-demand manufacturing service. The final product will be made by Yates Precision out in, I believe they are in Pennsylvania, though it could be wrong. But Yates will be manufacturing the razor on behalf of Aylsworth razors, if that makes sense. Now, the brush this evening is my beautiful Teton Shaves Zen series. And because I'm using a brand new razor for the first time, I'm going with the one, the only Copalli from PAA. Because you can never go wrong with Copalli. Absolutely love Copalli. It is a beautiful scent, one that I highly recommend everyone get at least once. If you like dark, resin, smoky, beautiful scents, you cannot go wrong with Copalli. I don't know where that came from. You can't go wrong with Copalli. It is a phenomenal scent. Absolutely love it. Teton Shaves is a good brush too. I haven't talked about the brush. I've used it a few times, but I haven't talked about it lately. Beautiful brush from Teton Shaves. Proprietary now. Love this brush. Matt from Teton Shaves is a great guy as well. All right, now the razor. Okay, a couple things about the razor. I love the knurling on this handle. Handle is a little bit long for my personal preference. The head geometry kind of reminds me a little bit of the Blackbird. You can see why. Of course, this is thinner. I have not used this razor yet. This has a second use Dorco blade in it. That's where you don't hear very often, is it, folks? Dorco. It is a sharp blade and smooth. So I heard that the angle on this is very similar to that of the Carve, or like the Tatara, whatever. I don't have a Tatara razor. So first couple swipes, this is very smooth. Feels mild. I can hear it cutting. I'm not seeing a lot of stubble in there yet. But it is cutting. So it definitely feels to be on the mild side. With that 0.2 millimeter blade gap, or blade exposure, it is a little bit on the mild side. However, it is definitely cutting. See some stubble in there. The blade angle, or the angle of the razor, does seem very similar to that of the carve. That knurling is nice. I can see this being kind of a set it and forget it kind of razor. That knurling is very nice. Once you get used to that angle, just glides. Of course, no soap and blade have a lot to do with that as well. Now the thing I do want to try on this next pass, I'm going to get the entire thing just wet. Because that knurling looks pretty aggressive. It's comfortable in the hands, but it looks aggressive. Under the nose, didn't seem to be an issue with the razor. So here we go. We're going to get it on the whole thing underwater here. So there, it's soaked. I'm going to see how that affects the grip or anything. So far, no issues. Getting under the mustache, not bad. I should say under the nose is not bad. Sorry if you can hear the wind, it's pretty windy outside. We had a nice snowstorm roll through here this morning. Then it melted off and we had a nice blue sky day. All right, third pass. So far, it seems pretty intuitive. If you've used like the razor, like the carve, like I mentioned, the angle does not seem that difficult to find. It seems like a razor that you can get some blade feel if you wanted it. Again, I just wet the entire handle. See about going up against the grain. Not bad. You can definitely get a little bit of blade feel if you just tweak the angle of approach a little bit. But it can also be in that more mild side. If that is your preference. If you kind of ride the cap, because the cap design does a nice job of kind of guiding you to that proper angle. Just ride that cap and you get a nice, mild, yet smooth and comfortable and efficient shave. If you want a little bit more aggressive feel, change the angle a little bit. And you get a little bit of that blade feel. Which is quite nice. All right. Now with the Dorco blade, it's a blade I haven't used very often, or haven't used for a bit. I used one the other day in the above the tie Calypso that I have, and that was phenomenal. All right. So far, I will say, that was a close, very comfortable, very smooth shave. There is no tab overhang. So if you don't like overhang on razors, this doesn't have any. That knurling held very well, even when soaking wet. It feels mild, yet efficient. So it's comfortable. If you prefer a lot of blade feel, this one might not be for you. But if you like mild to mild, slightly above mild, a little bit of blade feel, but very efficient. Upon my first impressions, it's definitely kind of where this razor sits, is that it's mild but efficient. One thing I'd kind of compare it to as far as a production razor would be that of the Companion by Mühle. And you can see the head roughly the same size as far as height and everything. The head is, this one's just a little bit more narrow, I guess you want to call it. Not quite as tall, but I kind of put these in the same camp as far as being both mild yet efficient, or even maybe similar to the lines of the Roca, although this has, the Roca has a little fatter head. But they're both kind of in that mild yet efficient, really good to use upon first impressions. I'm impressed with this. On the first use, I'll be using this a few more times before we pass it on to the next person in the pass around. So I'll probably do another video or two with that razor before I send it off to the next individual. So again, the soap that I used this evening was none other than PAA's Copalli. This is one of my absolute favorite scents. If you like PAA, if you like dark, resinous, kind of smoky scents, pick this up. Absolutely pick this up. Beautiful stuff. The bowl was HC&C stainless steel with a Zen series from Teton Shave. Beautiful brush, beautiful knot. Great guy as well. So I'm kind of rambling now. Anyway, thank y'all again for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys next time.